Um, we are unfolding. So, and the teachings are pouring in upon the planet too. So, it's a very exciting time to be alive. And today we are continuing the discourse on awakening. And awakening is something that people experience in their own ways, and different experiences or realizations help each individual being to awaken to who and what we truly are. And one of the things about awakening is that the Creator is infinite. It's an infinite, being or source energy. So therefore, our awakening is infinite. So go ahead and don't get comfortable. Because it's we are always expanding in our understanding and in our awareness of who and what we are. So for today we're doing baby steps, and we're going to talk about sort of a 3-step awareness process that we can go through the day and the moment doing to help us to realize who we are. So the 3 steps that we're going to be sharing today is respect, accept, and let go. So first we'll talk about respect. This one, respect is a starting point. And any of these could be intertwined, or you could let go first and then accept respect. I mean, it's not a fixed recipe, because we are all unique beings in this source. So with respect, what does respect mean? We were given respect, and respect is allowing something, someone, someplace, something, whatever it may be, to be itself. Not putting boundaries, limitations, or expectations on people, places, things, circumstances. Respect is acknowledging something for what it is. We don't try to sugarcoat it. We don't try to demonize it. We don't frame it according to our point of view. So what is, in order for us to respect, one of the most important things we need to do is release judgment. Typically, the connotation of judgment goes with negative items or negative experiences. We tend to look at judgment like that's bad, that's evil, that person is bad, that situation is wrong, that's a bad dog, whatever, typically the judgment comes, what we're more familiar with when we think judge not lest ye be judged, is we think of don't think bad about something else because then people are going to think bad about us. That's kind of a more common expectation with judgment. But what the teachers, the great spiritual teaching scripture, everything teaches us is judge not lest you be judged, but it's good or bad. So it's this is good. That was a good experience. That was a good meal. That was a good person. In order for us to truly respect, we have to release all judgment. And why is this? The second that we say this is a good meal, we're condemning and judging other meals that have been bad meals or we didn't like them. A lot of times our judgment goes with what we like and don't like, which is a mental emotional construct. It is it's the lower triad of, well, I like this, I don't like this. So if we say that's a good person and that's a bad person, we're already condemning people outside of us, which means, since everything is a reflection of what's inside, we are condemning ourselves. And this is judge not lest you be judged. As soon as you judge something else, put it into a mental model, put it into good, bad, like, dislike, you're already separating yourself within yourself. Because those situations, people, places, foods would not be approaching you. It wouldn't be coming in to be separated. It's coming in to be respected. And we're using the word respect because respect is taking away the like-dislike. So what does this mean? This means if I don't like a certain food, I can still respect it. I can go above the mental will area, the judgment, the thinking mind. I can move beyond that. We can move beyond that and say, beets, I hate beets. Beets are the worst. Sorry, beets. But that is illusion. That's our mental construct, and it's really actually pretty. It's where do you want to spend your energy? Is that really where we want to spend our energy as co-creators of God, with God? So instead of, if we start realizing like, oh, I don't like beets, they do things to you, this and that, and people shouldn't eat beets because they're high in sugar, and start judging, thinking about it. Allow yourself to recognize it, that you're doing that, and then start to respect them. They were put on this planet for a reason. And just because we don't understand it, or we're not willing to try to understand it, doesn't mean that it's wrong or it's better. And we could do the same thing about, carrots. Carrots are the best vegetable you've ever had. They fix your eyesight, they're bright orange, they bring joy. This is also a judgment. This is also judging and, making the carrot fit into a box, which, you have to be a good vegetable. We're using vegetables, but we all know we do this with lots of different things in our lives. By judging and disrespecting, because even calling something good is limiting that person, place, thing, object, situation. It's a limitation. We are limiting that being from truly expressing itself. So, respect. Respect is accepting the carrot for all that it is, respecting the beet for all that it is, and also respecting that we may not fully understand the carrot or the beet. We have our perception, but we may not fully understand, why this carrot came into our life, or why this beet, good, bad, it doesn't matter. By giving respect, we also can learn to respect ourselves. And this is so important. As for the awakening process, in order for us to awaken to who and what we truly are, though we may not fully understand things as they come up, we don't have to, but we choose to allow. We talked about choice earlier in the earlier discourses, and we're learning about choice from the teachings. We choose to allow, we can allow this carrot to be a carrot, a true carrot, from what we base understand. And then as we gain a glimpse of the carrot, and then the carrot is even more, reveals itself to us even more as to what it is and its purpose and the love. One of the things with respect to is love. We can become very sort of dogmatic in our practices and dogmatic in our mental thinking, our perceptions, and it becomes very rigid and stiff. So we're asked to incorporate love into this all. Love is the key, as we learn. So say you find something that you think is really good and you think it's the best thing ever, and you realize you're judging it, you're limiting it. Start from a point of love and understanding. That unconditional love. Unconditional. You don't have to be good or bad. You don't have to do the judgment. Instead, moving up, rising above that area into the heart of love, understanding, compassion, letting things and yourself be who you are. One of the greatest, sources of stress or frustration that we experience as humans is when we resist parts of ourselves or we judge parts of ourselves. So this is where acceptance comes in. By respecting ourselves, then we can start to accept these aspects of ourselves and others. Accepting doesn't mean that you are going to become that. It's a changeable, moving process. It's not something that is stagnant. Energy is moving. So we allow the energy to move. We allow, these situations, things, people, places, feelings, emotions, thoughts, things that go on with our physical body, with our, psychically, spiritually. We allow the energy to move, accepting it for what it is, not judging it or hiding from it. Not rejecting. Rejecting is, I don't want to see that. I can't look at that. Okay, well then we're choosing to not accept it, therefore it's going to remain. It's staying stuck. So by respecting and then accepting, allowing it to move, allow the energy to move. And then comes the really, the next part, which is letting go. To let go. So once this is kind of the part where, breathing, doing your practices all helps. Let the energy move. Letting go is you've accepted that, whatever that may be. Accepted and consciously choose to let go of it. Now, this can be really challenging, especially as we move beyond this judgmental mind into this area of like respect and acceptance. As we change, as we grow, we have to let go of everything. And this can be very challenging to the little ego. This is necessary for service to God. Everything that we're holding on to and that we refuse to let go of imprints on God's plan. When we're letting go, we could feel like we're losing everything. But this is love. Like they say, I don't know where that saying comes from. If you love something, set it free. Children, grandchildren, parents, loved ones. And it's not just physical things that we have to let go of. Emotional. We have to let go of certain emotions. They might come back in a different way, and then we can do the process again. Respect the emotion, accept the emotion, and let it go with respect and love. It's not a rejection. It's not fear-based. It's through love. that we let go. Letting go of emotional, mental constructs of how we think things are. You know, I think things, you could say, I think things are a certain way. So as soon as you realize that, you can see it, give your respect. Okay, that served me for that time, but I'm limiting God, I'm limiting myself, I'm limiting this service to God, whatever your purpose is. Accept that it's there and let go. And it might reappear, and just keep letting go, shedding, clearing off all these layers and of things that we've collected from different lifetimes, this lifetime, other people, whatever it is, mental constructs that we've created are, respecting and accepting and letting go is really seeing that we are all children of God, or equal under the sun, or the aspect of the diamond, a piece of the diamond. And it's all part of us. It's to be loved. And love is not possessive or clingy. And we know this is difficult, I love, you could say, I love my coffee in the morning. I love my children. I love, and we grasp them. And we limit them. We don't truly let go. And this is how we start to come into this awakening, by going through the eye of the needle. We can't have all these attachments going through that eye. Everything has to be released. Pure light and energy. And this awakens us to a different reality. Not a different, because it's all one, but it's not to fear. Don't fear the loss. Trust God. Trust the Creator, that we are provided for. Don't fear the changes. That if you let go of your children, you're gonna never see your children again, and like, it's okay. It's so much more than that. Like, we are so much more than that. So, judge not. See everything with love and respect. Allow things to be what they are. And accept that this is in your reality, in this moment. And then let go. Let God. So this was a lot is what we learned in Virginia with the Spirit of the Lotus retreat, and putting it into action. And just do not be afraid. Don't be afraid. Everybody can relax. So in Italy, they're kind of like relaxed, so that was one thing we're like, oh. And so much tells us to just relax, let the energy move. Let the energy move. So Thank you for joining us this Sunday. Please prepare for